New developments surrounding the House stimulus bill, and will your state be sending you a stimulus check? Welcome back, everyone, to your stimulus check and stimulus package update for today. We have new advancements surrounding the $1.9 trillion stimulus package, and we have to discuss the status of it in the House. And there are a couple states in the United States sending their very own state stimulus check. So is one of these states your states, and will you qualify for it? We're going to be talking about it in this video. And before we get started, as always, make sure that you are subscribed. Click that big red button. Also click the notification bell as well. That will actually notify you when I do post a brand new video. The news is cycling so fast right now. It's constantly changing. You want to stay tuned and keep up with the latest. You're not going to miss a beat. Make sure you are subscribed. Click that big red button and also click the notification bell as well. And if you have been enjoying my content, make sure that you support the channel even further by turning the like button below. Drop a big thumbs up on this video, smash the like button. I would greatly appreciate that as well. So let's get started and let's dive right in. So President Joe Biden's $1.9 trillion stimulus package took a step forward on Friday as the House Budget Committee unveiled the exact legislation that the House of Representatives plans on passing late next week. The 591-page bill that was stitched together by the House Budget Committee would carry out Biden's proposals and his vision for stimulus. So we now have the full text in our hands, and the House Budget Committee Chairman, John Yarmuth, in the announcement of this bill, had said, quote, "This reconciliation bill is the next step toward implementing the American Rescue Plan and finally changing the direction of these crises." He then went to say, "We are in a race against time, and aggressive, bold action is needed before our nation is permanently scarred by the human and economic costs of inaction." He said, "We have the plan and the fiscal space. We have the American people behind us, and now we have the bill to get it done." This bill will, of course, include most notably the $1,400 direct payments to qualifying Americans, but it also includes the national minimum wage hike to $15 an hour. House Democrats were able to maintain the minimum wage increase in there, and it is, in fact, in the legislation. Now, when it goes off to the Senate, it could have a tough time getting through, as we already know so far that two Democrats, more moderate centrist Democrats, are not on board with 15 an hour, and they will not vote for a bill if, in fact, it includes a minimum wage increase. The bill will also include $350 billion for state and local government relief. It also includes the extension of $400 federal unemployment benefits. You'll also see in there additional money for small businesses and funding to help reopen schools and for vaccine distribution, among other measures. This bill closely mirrors Joe Biden's American Rescue Plan, the original $1.9 trillion stimulus package that he unleashed earlier in January, and he defended his bill and the size and scope of it when he spoke at a Pfizer plant in Michigan. He had said, quote, "Critics say my plan is too big, that it costs $1.9 trillion. They say that's too much." Then Biden went on to say, "Let me ask them, what would they have me cut? What would they have me leave out?" President Biden also expressed hope that Republicans in Congress will, quote, "listen to their constituents." He cited polls that show the plan has broad public support from both sides of the aisle. A recent Quinnipiac University poll conducted earlier this month had found that 68% of Americans supported the president's relief package. So far, though, this bill has zero Zippo Republican support. Not one Republican has shown approval of this package. In fact, on Friday, House Minority Whip Steve Scalise had urged Republicans in an email to vote no to the bill, and his office described it as House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's, quote, "payoff to progressives act," as in it only supports the Democrat liberal-run states. But Democrats still plan on passing the bill using the budget reconciliation process to bypass the Republican filibuster that will occur in the Senate, and they will pass the bill with a simple majority, and Vice President Kamala Harris will break the tie. As we had previously covered, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi does believe the bill will pass by the end of next week, and Chuck Schumer, the Senate Majority Leader, also reiterated this in a statement to his colleagues. He had said, quote, "Please continue to provide feedback and ideas to my office and the Senate committees for the bill." He went on to say, "We have already incorporated many of your suggestions, as well as a number of bipartisan proposals, into the bill, and the Senate is on track to send a robust $1.9 trillion stimulus package to the president's desk before the March 14 expiration of unemployment insurance benefits." He then went on to say, in part, "We will meet this deadline," referring to the March 14th unemployment benefit lapse. So that's where the federal stimulus package stands right now, but what about these certain two states that are actually going to be sending out stimulus checks from the state government to their residents. And do you live in one of these states? And what are these states? So yes, as Democrats are pushing Biden's stimulus plan through Congress as fast as possible, some states are taking matters into their own hands and actually sending out stimulus checks to their very own residents. So far, the state of California and the state of Maryland have passed legislation that would distribute stimulus checks to residents, but more specifically low-income earning residents of those two states. Now, in both of those states, the direct payments would go to people specifically who claim the earned income tax credit on their 2019 taxes in Maryland and their 2020 taxes in California. Under California's $9.6 billion economic recovery package that also includes $2.1 billion just for grants to small businesses, low-income Californians will get a $600 state stimulus payment to help them weather the financial hardships during the pandemic. The Golden State stimulus payments under the state's proposal will be expedited for legislative approval next week, and this would be on top of the $1,400 stimulus check that Congress is expected to pass. 5.7 million stimulus payments will be sent out to low-income California residents. Now, who exactly qualifies? Particularly, these will be people who qualify for the state earned income tax credit on their 2020 tax returns. Typically, this includes those with annual incomes below $30,000 and some undocumented and mixed status families. Last year, 3.9 million people applied for the credit. Also, those with individual tax identification numbers, or ITINs, as opposed to Social Security numbers, who were excluded from receiving a first federal stimulus check of $1,200 or a second federal stimulus check of up to $600. The payment provides the $600 payments to households with ITINs and incomes below $75,000. In addition, Californians will also qualify if their households are enrolled in the CalWORKS Public Assistance Program. They're recipients of SSI or SSP, and recipients of Cash Assistance Program for Immigrants, or CAPI. One more final note is that ITIN taxpayers who also qualify for the California Earned Income Tax Credit would receive a total of $1,200. The payments will be provided to these households shortly after they file their 2020 tax returns. Now, when will these checks start to be sent out? Well, lawmakers have already agreed to the proposal, but it still has to be voted on and be approved by the government. Governor Gavin Newsom hopes this will occur next week, but it could be delayed. Now, as far as the Maryland state stimulus proposal, the Maryland economic relief payments have already started to be sent out to struggling Marylanders. The Maryland Comptroller Peter Franchot announced on Tuesday that his office has already begun sending out stimulus funds under the Relief Act, which the legislature passed last week, and Governor Larry Hogan signed into law on Monday. Nearly 425,000 Marylanders are eligible for the payments. Individual tax filers who meet the Relief Act's eligibility requirements will receive a one-time payment of $300, while families will receive $500. Direct deposits have already started hitting bank accounts as of today, Friday, and paper checks will be placed in the mail in the coming days. According to Franchot at a news conference, he had said, quote, 98% of all relief payments will be processed by Friday. But he also believes that the $300 stimulus payments are nearly not enough. He had said, quote, no one can seriously think that a few $100s, a $300 check, is going to make a dent in the mountain of debt that has been accumulated. Now, as far as who qualifies for a stimulus check under the Maryland Relief Act of 2021, the rules are a bit more stringent, and that's why a lot of people are unfortunately going to be missed and excluded from receiving stimulus payments under this legislation. But specifically, a Marylander will qualify for these payments who annually earn $50,954 a year, or $56,844 if they're married filing jointly, with 3 or more qualifying children. Or if you earn $47,444 a year annually, or $53,330 married filing jointly with 2 qualifying children. You will also qualify if you earn $41,756 or $47,646 married filing jointly with 1 qualifying child. And if you're in a very low income bracket and you earn $15,820 a year or $21,710 married filing jointly with no qualifying children, you will be eligible for a stimulus check. You don't have to apply for this relief. It will be sent out automatically. So start checking your bank account, start checking the mail if you are a resident of Maryland. I'm curious who are my Californians and my Marylanders out there. If you are a viewer from either of these 2 states, let me know down below in the comments. I'm curious to hear. And also, do you qualify for a stimulus check? If you do, have you received yours yet? Of course, if you do live in the state of Maryland, as California has not started to send that out. But we will be updating you guys on this channel regarding regarding that California stimulus check. Quite interesting to see this dynamic of states sending out their own resident stimulus checks, and of course checks coming from the federal government. And it's also very generous of these states to actually send out direct payments to their citizens when they could just sit back, relax, and just let the federal government do its job, and that's more than enough money for them. It would be great to see more states follow suit, although I don't think especially Republican governors are going to hop on board on this idea. I know Larry Hogan is a Republican governor, but I would believe that this would only be in more blue states that you would actually see this happen. So much more news is to come. The House will be voting on their stimulus package very, very shortly. You could find any updates, any and all updates right on this channel. You don't have to look anywhere else. This is, in fact, your one-stop shop. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up, smash the like button, turn it blue, and if you'd like to see more videos from my channel, more content is to come. Make sure you are subscribed. Click that big red button. Also, click the notification bell as well. That will notify you when I do post a brand new video. And as always, if you'd like to get some free stocks, all on me, all free, all in the house, use my links down below in the description. When you sign with Robinhood and or Webull, you'll actually get free stocks, some valued up to, in some cases, thousands of dollars, and you'll get more free stocks for referring your friends and family members and other people. So unlimited free stocks, all on me, all free. Use my links down below in the description. I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video.